yours. And this is our game. It's our time. And here's the guy's trying to take it from us. So that makes this shit personal.
Yep, it was personal. It was in live full effect. I've almost said last night, but last night for most Tide fans, we was going through it. Couldn't even enjoy the last game of the night. I'm sorry, guys. It was not what we expected to see for the 2025 start out. But how you start, how you got to finish either. But we're going to break down tonight what we saw yesterday, 24 hours later. A little bit of emotions are out of it now. Maybe we can kind of get back and digest some. We're not so hot-headed. I'm talking about myself here because I couldn't clearly think last night. I was having a rough night. Had a couple people check up on me that I hadn't heard from since 2012 because that's what happens when Alabama loses. You get people that's never hit you up a day in your life. And then boom. I'm JT, your host tonight. We got Domo with us. We got Herb on the ones and twos right below us, guys. Domo put out a video earlier on TikTok, guys, explaining some stuff that happened that he saw last night and just different viewpoints from everybody has them. And I want to get right into it. I want to dive right into it tonight. There's a lot of things that we can get at, but who is to blame here is what you're going to look at the most. And when we say blame, we're not going to say it's a one-person show, but we're going to start off right tonight with a question about one person, though. And a lot of people are asking this. It's a big debate right now. Is it Ty Simpson to blame for last night? No, I'm not stating it is or it isn't here. Now, there are some things that you can. Also, man, first start, 200-plus passing yards, 0 turnovers. Let me tell you that again, 0 turnovers. He was running for his life in moments, mostly first half. The second half, we started getting things together a little bit better other than third and fourth down. First, second down was fine. Third and fourth down, we just like, hey, come on through, man. Tackle Ty while you're back there. Very wild situation there. Dom, I'm going to let you kick us off tonight. Is Ty Simpson to blame? Comments. Let me hear you guys in the comments, too, guys. We're going to come back and answer questions at the back end of the show. So if you got any comments, make sure you drop them. Domo, what you think, man? Was Ty to blame here, or are we gonna look around in other places?
Listen, is Ty to blame? No, he's not. But was he part of? Could he have been better? Yes, he definitely could have. Okay. Me personally, bro, I think that Ty played as good as you're gonna get from a first-time starter in a hostile environment against a defense like that. Okay. Florida State's defense pinned their ears back, and they came after Bama. Okay. He had 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, like you said, JT, 0 turnovers. So the news that we heard coming out of camp of him taking care of the football, that was true. Okay. Were there some questionable plays, head scratching plays that I know he wishes he got back, man? Of course, definitely. There were some overthrows, underthrows. I think he was really conflicted and confused on when to use his legs or not, because I do think there were multiple third downs and even a crucial fourth down that he for sure could have used his legs on that play. So if I could rate Ty Simpson's performance for start one, I would give him a B. I'll give him a B. Definitely.
Yeah, it'd probably be right there, B minus, C plus in that range right there. Didn't turn the ball over, which is great because that would have been even worse to do in that moment with what we had going on. Now, with Ryan Grubb play calling right here for Ty, I think at some points of the game, Ty was taking too long to make a decision. Let me explain something to you guys. The reason Tua makes the money he makes is because he can throw the ball 100 yards or however long. It isn't because of what he did at Bama, really. When you get down to it and break it down, you know why Tua and other quarterbacks in the NFL make the high dollars they make? Because they can make a decision within 0.5 seconds. Yeah. That right there, 0.5 seconds versus a second, is a big difference in the pocket. And being able to make that decision right then and go with it. Tua may say hike, all right, and when he says hike, he's going to let the ball go. It goes where it goes. It may be a 3-yard pass. It may be a 30-yard pass. But he knows where he's going with the ball. that's where I think Ty got lost last night, was not knowing where to go with the ball at times. And then Jeremy Bernard turned into freaking Marvin Harrison Sr. Out there from the Colts, catching everything, 150-something yards receiving. Jeremy Bernard played lights out, had energy, was great. Every other player almost played flat. I mean, I'm just going to call it like it was.
He was definitely the only one that really had some juice to him, last night. And hey, man, one thing I didn't want us to have to do is really depend on Ty Simpson's arm, with that being his first start. But I really think that after Florida State got up 14-7, it was really just Ty Simpson just do something for us. That's really what it was. So
and the game wasn't out of control, Domo, when it was 14-7.
No.
Hell, the game was not even out of control when it was 24-10. And we could have kicked a field goal on 4th and 7, 11-point game, and then we get the ball back, and then now we're at a chance where we can score and then go for 2 and be down by 3.
Yeah.
But instead, we went for it. I get DeBoer rolling the dice. I get it. We're in no man's land. Probably don't have faith in the kicker like we did. We saw the 53-yard field goal come up about 10 yards short. It looked beautiful from the TV screen. Right down the middle. He had the accuracy. He did not have the to get it there. Now that 40-something yarder, he nailed that one. Good kick. That 43-yarder. I just think maybe they didn't have the confidence in him. Now, will that hurt us down the road? I don't know. Decision making. We had one of our very own at the game in Tallahassee. Him and his brother down there, Herb and Raj, was both at the game. JB is out tonight, guys, but he is doing something live at a game right now. He'll be back with us next week. He was also at the game and saw firsthand how things rolled out with the Tide. Herb, how did it look at the game? Do you think Ty's to blame here fully, or, like Damo said, I think there's plenty of pass around here, and I think some of it could be on Ryan Grubb too, with trying to get the correct play calling for your quarterback.
Yeah, it's wild to me that we were so balanced, even more run heavy on the first drive, and then it was like after that first drive, we just okay, that's never going to work again. We never looked balanced after that point. Ty shouldn't be scoring 43, throwing the ball 43 times. I would have never.
Yes.
I would have never thought that was a recipe for our success. And I think there's two factors. I mean, you can call them excuses, whatever, you down me on it. But the environment, that was louder than I've been at, like, Oklahoma. I haven't been to all the stadiums, so I can't say it's louder. But 3rd down and 4th down, it's like everybody has saved all their voice on 1st and 2nd. That sucker I could not hear a single thing on those downs. This is probably just not the environment you really wanted Ty Simpson to have his first start at. And Raj had said, my dearly departed brother Raj said that he wanted patience for Ty. That would have been the spot today for that too, to have a little more patience, a little bit more run game. We came out running great and then just went away from it. There were times you could tell that Ty was seeing ghosts a little bit. He was looking for defenders that weren't there. And there were certain plays that you were like, why did we do that? He had predetermined who he was throwing to as soon as he snapped it. Yeah. And there were several of them where you were like, even if they got caught it, that's not a first down. So at least go through progressions. Because the line held up several times. It's just, it was snap and go, and then it was, nothing. So I think he played okay. I think there were some times he wished he had, like you said, run for obvious first downs. His throwing on the run is terrible, though. If I said there was a weak spot, I mean, look, I got a bum knee. I probably run the 40 in like 10 minutes, okay? But I'm also not him, and I'm not the starting quarterback. When he's on the run, every pass was just terrible.
Yeah, so, man.
I'm not going to put the blame on him. I think he was let down in a lot of areas. Run game, especially maybe play calling. But I think Ty did as well as you could do in that environment on the road. And look, we got to understand, 2-10 is not 2-10 anymore with the transfer portal. You can remake your whole team. LSU went out and got a whole defense in the offseason. So Florida State is just not the same from last year. So that's what it is.
They're not, and a lot of that can be carried on to the quarterback they had last year as well.
Yeah, man.
Some of that can carry that too. I see a lot of the comments right now with some different people saying something. One I did like Kat just said about Kevin Riley. I'll say this too. I mentioned the Jeremy Bernard energy. Kevin Riley had a lot of energy too. and he was
Bro, where did he
sparky out
come
that
from?
backfield.
He
I
was
don't
like
know, but
buried
give me
on
more.
He gave us
Give
the
me
craziest
more.
part. He gave us the craziest
So I'll
part.
say the only thing I say to him is he reminds me of TJ Yeldon running a little high.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
get the ball down a little bit, bro. But I love Kevin Riley, man. I love.
We were so
seeing that.
confused at the stadium. We were
too.
like, "Hey, who is that?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
they were like Riley with the care. I was like, Riley.
I
Give
am
me some
so
more.
surprised. I'm so surprised. We didn't see Dre Washington at all.
Meadows was out there. Derek Meadows was out there, wide receiver, getting some routes run. I saw him.
Bachway
looking
was
like
out
the dang
there.
skyscraper. Yeah, Bachway was out there as well.
Yep.
So there was a couple things there. Also, shout out. I didn't even say this yet, but shout out to Florida State, bro. Before we even get into any more, like Florida State did their thing. We're good sports here. Just don't catch me right after the game. I won't be a good sport, but like 24 hours after the game, I'm a lot better. So that's why we don't have the show right after the game, because I got to debrief a little bit. Y'all did not want to hear me last night. But when you look at some things to wrap this up right here, no, Ty's not to blame, at least solely. There are some moments, but I can't even put it on a first start on the road.
No.
When's the last time we played a true road game? That's the first game. It's been a very, very long time. I think it's 2007 or something, because we go to Texas and play Virginia Tech. We go to Atlanta and play Duke. You know, where we go to a neutral site and play somebody. We don't ever go to a home game or their home game, their opening game. That hasn't been done in a long time. So there is that too. A lot of factors. I want to see how the Tide looks this weekend, Brian Denning. And kind of see, you know, obviously we should play better at home, but our biggest game's coming up that we haven't even played yet, that's on the road. We also got to go to South Carolina in this. We got to go to Auburn. All right. So we're worried about road games. Now we got a little bit till we get to them. We got a little bit and we can make some things out, but we got to get it together for those road games, man.
And you also want to know something, bro? Every away game that you just named, guess what they all have? A
running quarterback.
A mobile quarterback.
So I'm not all right.
Dude,
listen,
even Missouri's quarterback has a couple wheels on him. I saw that game.
We'll talk about
out there.
it.
The game.
We'll talk about
all
it.
of a sudden, the game I was overlooking, I'm like, oh crap.
We'll talk about the defense here in a minute, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm not as worried about the running quarterback as most people, because I'll say this. In some moments yesterday as well, Florida State put it to us in parts of the game. Those parts we could have had too. Also, you have ACC refs in ACC Stadium. What happened? Ohio State's the horseshoe?
Yeah.
Guess what refs they had?
SEC.
Because they're at where are they at? State.
Yeah.
Why did Bama not have SEC or Big 12 refs? Why do we have to have ACC refs? Like I get when SEC refs SEC, but it just kind of threw me off, because normally it's not like that. It was weird that the first big throw of the game on third down came after, and the flag came after we punched the ball out, and then now it's defensive holding. So there's a couple calls too. I'm gonna call out that, and obviously you don't want to go leaning on that the whole game. I'm not trying to put it on that, but man, there was some questionable freaking calls, bro. Questionable calls from the ref.
You know what? You know what though? I'll say, when you go on the road, you have to play through flags. You have to think you're not going to get a favorable whistle, favorable flag, whatever. Those are things that your good teams fight through. You know, we went on the road at Tennessee, and we had 15 flags through against us. And all I'll ever remember is the last drive of the game, we got near field goal range and then pass, missed the field goal. That's how we lost the game. You have to fight through flags on the road. Like it's just part of it. If I'm a ref and I hear all these guys screaming and yelling, I'm kind of fair. I'm thinking I got to get to my car after the game. Okay. I'm not. So to me, you can't ever say it. We had enough self-inflicted wounds in there for me to say the refs were just fine. Would you say dropping the people's elbow on somebody? That ain't the ref. That's
now that part. Now I'm gonna get to that part with the James Smith thing.
Okay, my bad. I'm jumping ahead. Yeah.
No, you're good. Boy, That one got me mad, boy. That one got me. I had to walk outside after that, bro. I
And
threw
you
my
want to know
towel
something,
up in the
bro?
air, bro.
With as mediocre as we played, at the same time, we still had a chance to tie that game up. We just blew it.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
blew
we had a
it.
chance to win the
Yeah.
game, obviously, and maybe go to OT, depending on how the game went right there.
Mhm.
We blew a couple chances. And it comes down to about 3 or 4 plays, really and
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
It comes down to like 2 4th downs we could have done, and it comes down to where 2 3rd downs we should have stopped them.
Definitely.
One being that James Smith, where he dropped the elbow after we stopped them. It's 4th down. They're not going to go for it because where they are, and it's 4th and 8.
Right.
We're down 7.
Yeah.
We stop them. They punt us the ball. We go score right there, bro. It's you know what I'm saying it's go time, but. You know, and then you got to and then the pressure goes from on Bama to on Florida State at that point with us coming back. But we weren't able to fully flip that onto them. But Ty's not to blame, guys. We're not saying that. We're just asking the question more or less. So I see some people kind of coming at it. We're not saying that he is to blame. We're just more or less asking the question that a lot of people are asking. So we'll put a button on that one, guys, and we'll see Ty some this weekend. I think you may see all 3 quarterbacks this weekend, to be honest. I would not be surprised if you don't see Austin Mack and Russell out there. Next topic tonight, guys. This is a hot one, too, right here. Ryan Williams was a no-show. Had a couple catches, 4 for 27. Also, a player like Ryan Williams schemed the offense around him to get him the ball in certain plays.
Yeah.
And what I mean by certain plays, like when you got him on the field in that drive, you're probably going to try to find him 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times, depending on how the drive is and what's going on and what they're showing you. But in this moment, we didn't dial up nothing to even get him open, really. Like I felt like we were running little 2-yard digs, and he'd go out and then passing the ball. He'd have to make the move, which I get. And then Ryan Williams on some of them where he was getting dotted up, he's just and letting it go.
Yeah.
So tough game for him. Obviously, huge Ryan Williams fan, and Bama loves Ryan Williams. Just a tough game, tough night at the office. What do you think, bro? Do you think, Domo, do you think that Ryan Williams going to be able to get it back? Obviously, that's a concussion right now. I say probably don't keep him out till Georgia, bro. We really and truly don't need him to get banged up this game or Wisconsin. But also, he needs to get the burn. So, how do you feel, brother?
Well, you know, I think Florida State also came in, you know, with the game plan, and that was to just make somebody else make plays other than Ryan Williams, you know. And I kind of noticed it that whenever they were able to get a free shot on Ryan Williams, they lit him up. Okay, they put a few good hits on Ryan Williams, you know, and we saw Ryan Williams last season, man. He can play inside, outside, wherever, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was just mainly in the slot is something that I wasn't a fan of. Like you said, we saw him on some digs, drags, slants, what is it, the receiver screen play that I wasn't a fan of at all. So I mean, essentially, you're putting him like in harm's way to take those hits as well. You know, so and he did have those 3 drops in a row that is not like Ryan Williams at all. But it was just, man, a tough game. You know, it happens. He's in the concussion protocol, so hopefully, you know, he gets over there pretty quick. I know we won't see him this week at all. But yeah, man, it was just a tough game, man. It happens, bro. So when he comes back, man, we just gotta bounce back from that.
I agree there. Herb, what do you got to add on the Ryan Williams was a no-show for this game right here? Especially when the script started calling for us to pass a lot too, which I thought we would lean more on them.
I think we're missing some part. I mean, he had 3 more drops in this game, regardless of where they are. Second in the SEC last year with 7. I think, you know, Jeremy Bernard is like, you know, Cat even posted early. He's clearly your number 1 and clearly the guy you want on those slants or the, you know, I do the wide receiver. I know he's not the fastest, but he's the biggest body. He's going to fight through that stuff. It feels like Ryan Williams is kind of being more of a game breaker. It's weird. It's like I don't expect him to catch a slant or a tough one in traffic.
Yeah.
That pass that they threw into the end zone, they had pass interference, and he almost made the pro throw catch. That's the one I expect him to catch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I thought he almost
think the
got
problem is he's getting to is the spectacular is what he's there for.
Yeah.
But like the mundane, like the little details, he's missing those. I was hoping that was a product of how young he is, but now and the fact that he worked with Devontae Smith, but I'm not seeing like the crisp routes. I'm not seeing the attention to detail, and I'm not seeing the little things from him. It's like, hey, if you need a 60-yarder and I got to catch it over 2 people, I'll go for that. Oh, but if we need 7 for this first down, it's a 50-50 ball all of a sudden. You're just, it's clearly Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard doesn't do like anything spectacular. He just does everything that you need to win a game. If you throw me the ball, I'm catching it. If we need 7, I run my route at 6, I'm getting you the 7th yard, or I'll be right there. With Ryan Williams, I think you just honestly sometimes don't know what you're getting. And if, hey, is it a scheme thing? Is if they're not using them correctly, that part I don't know. But I know the stuff I see, there's not enough attention to detail from him, and he's not doing the little things to get us over the hump. You can't ever complain about anything if you're going to drop 3. If you catch 5 passes and drop 3 like that, your ratio is terrible. And you only dropped 7 all last year, which was still, like I said, second in the SEC. You're almost over half the way there after the first game. So, and I hate to bag on a person, like you said, with the concussion. I would definitely hold him out till Georgia. You've got that. And there's something we didn't get to see because we were there. Like I said, you lose the numbers when you're at the game. Didn't realize Isaiah Horton left early and didn't play. But we have talked about how deep that wide receiver room is. If you're going to just throw Jeremy Bernard out there and like a Rico Scott, like, who scored, Cuevas was doing great at tight end, next man up as far as that goes. But Ryan Williams, there's just something missing there. I don't need the spectacular and the TikToks and all that. I just need you to catch the simple stuff sometimes.
Yeah. Look, listen, I said it on Twitter earlier, bro, and I'm going to say it again right here. Our next D lineman or defensive person that we get, he better smoke Newport shorts, all right? I don't want to hear no TikTok dancers. Boy, you better be on the sideline, smoking a black non-filter, ripped off the edge, bro. I need you taking smoke breaks at practice or something. I need some grit, bro. We need some damn grit. All right, like there's no grit on this team. Everybody's just smooth as a fucking pillow. Everything's just good. Yeah. Like, and we got guys that we got linebackers getting knocked on their ass up.
Yeah, and bro, this team is really we are really missing a true alpha. Okay, we are.
Yep.
And the alpha we do have, Tim Keenan, he's out. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, Deontay Lawson, I hate the name drop. I'm sorry, but it's just when you think of a Alabama defense or just a team and whole, like you need a couple people that's just gonna hold people accountable, and we don't have that. We don't have that on this team. Okay, like we need someone that's gonna. If someone is not playing good enough, you sub them out. Okay, if you need to curse someone out or whatever you got to do, you do that. Okay, because clearly someone is not doing it. Okay, so it's the players have to hold themselves accountable.
I agree.
And we don't have that true alpha.
It takes on the demeanor of the coach. The comment right here from Crimson Tide. The team takes on the demeanor from the coach. When James Smith dropped the people's elbow on Tommy, and it was 4th and 8, and they got a first down, which led them to getting 31 points. And this is what your head coach looks like right here. When he's looking at that player that just did that cost him the game, basically, this is what he looks like.
He was like that.
When I could have came to that motherfucking TV, down, oh my boy, godly, bro. There ain't no emotion.
It was
that broke, not a clipboard, not a foot off in the ass. Like what?
It was like that a couple of times, and when we got down 17 after they had just got that long play up the sideline, and luckily Bray Hubbard caught him. After they scored, they just cut the camera to him, and he was just sitting there with his arms crossed, with
just like this,
speaker up. And I said, bro, me as a fan, bro, I should not be as more emotional than you are right now.
Yeah. We can't care more than you guys care.
No, and I feel like, bro,
especially not the people that are getting paid.
Thank you.
I feel like us three collectively care more than DeBoer does, and I don't care. From what I see, All right, actions speak louder than words, homie.
Mhm.
So you can get up there on that mic and speak all you want and say all the, oh, I believe our team's still good, you know. No, man, you need to cuss somebody out, bro.
No.
Oh,
what it is your team is still talented, but they're not good. I mean, that depends on what comes out on the field. Talent
and so when the
and
team is
execution
talent,
is not the
Herb, when the team's talented and they're not good, then who does that fall on?
Yeah.
That would be the coach.
And I was one of the defenders last year saying, you know, I think we all were, he couldn't pull certain people. Guess what? This year, you can yank where if they're not performing.
Pull them.
Next
right
guy
now
up.
We get to it. Bray Hubbard and Sal, bro, that was weak. That was weak, dog.
I'm
That's
disappointed.
Sweet.
That was our unit, right? That was like everybody we would tout them. That was
bro. I mean, look, and people can say, "Oh, you're trying to bash me." These guys get paid millions of dollars, dog. Millions of dollars. They are pro athletes. These ain't just kids. Like everybody's, oh, they're kids. I get it. Yeah, that's somebody's kid. I get that, bro. But no, dog, you getting paid millions of dollars, bro. All right, and this is what we get. Like, yeah, fans are gonna sound off. You know why fans are sounding off, bro? You wouldn't hear a word out of an Alabama fan. Well, you'd hear some of the bad ones, probably not. You wouldn't hear it as a unit right now as you do if everybody had effort and everybody was getting pulled off the field because they gave every fucking thing they had.
Yes.
But no, you can't say that. You cannot say that about Saturday.
There's some games you just
Jeremy
lose.
Bernard did.
Yeah. There's some games you lose and you're just like, okay, they were better than us. They did that. But if I don't see the effort,
and honestly, man, like this is one of them games where, bro, like we shot. Yes, Florida State was good, but you're not going to tell me that Florida State can line up with this Alabama team and be 14 points better than they are. And what was the main thing that we spoke on probably like days before the game, keys to the game? We have to be disciplined. We had none of that. It was none of that. So I was just like, I was to a point where I had no words to say.
Hey, let me pull up these two super chats real quick too.
Pull up super chats.
That was my bad. That was my fault.
Yeah, pull them up real quick. All right, so Toast. Monroe should just put 3 backup running as a quarterback.
They saying put their backup.
Put their Put their backup in and as a basically saying of running that it's rough right now, Toast, bro. But at the same time, I expect the defense to get some things together here, and I expect things to turn around dramatically from what we just saw. And also, I feel like the defense is what I'm more. All right, so last year this happened. This may be a thing with Kane, where it catches on slowly. The defense does, but last year we started out a little. Well, no, we started out hot, and then it went rugged. Then we got better.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's still flat. Pull the next one real quick, Herb.
All right, here we go. Your boy Don Parker.
Oh, Don, blame DeBoer. This team has the same issues from last year. Fixed nothing. Gus ran Vandy's offense somewhere lines there. You're not lying at all, Don. You're 100% correct. Gus ran us out the dang stadium at Doak Campbell. And also, I'll say this too, to loop back to the Michigan game. This is the same Bama team that left the request bowl or whatever we ran.
Yeah.
The Pop-Tart bowl.
Whatever
bowl we ran. This is the same team.
I said that. Don.
Other than the Milrow ain't here.
You are 1,000% right, Don.
But and Domo, they told us that Milrow was the problem. They said it was just Milrow last year. They just said they said it was just Milrow.
I said it.
Crazy was saying it wasn't.
I said, bro, this is every problem that we're complaining about right now is the same thing that we complained about last season. It really is.
You can't even blame NIL because every team gets it. Yeah, but I agree, Nick. You cannot blame NIL. Everybody gets NIL. Now, do I think collectively has it ruined the passion of the game somewhat? Yes. That's neither here nor there for Alabama. That's a whole unit thing, though. But we'll put a button on it. Ryan Williams, no show. Do expect him to be back. Think he'll be great for the Georgia game, more than likely. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a little crazy, guys. We got to see how it pans out with him, and we got still wide receivers though. Lamstone.
Which, by the way, my last point on Ryan Williams, it almost seems like him at a night game in Georgia's when he'll want to show up. Like, 10 for 200. You know what I mean? That just seems like a Ryan Williams sort of thing. You know. Go ahead. My bad, JP.
No. I would be super happy if that happened, and that would be the perfect. Like, hey, I'm sorry. Here's some Mountain Dew I made up for it. And type situation. So it's gonna be interesting to see. And I'm gonna say this too before we leave this, because everybody kind of got a little hot right here, but nobody dislikes these players. We all love them. We want them to do great. But everybody that watches this show and is on this show is invested in Alabama football. And the reason you make the money you make is because people like us care so much, or there would not be this money involved in this sport. Yeah. There would not be this much attention. There would not be 1,000 different podcasts for each team almost. Like everybody does stuff like that. So college football is big. It's huge. Fans will voice their opinion. Now, where I have a problem is when you go atting people, going in their DMs and doing stuff like that. Now, what we do and what we talk about is on us. Now, we go at people, sending them messages and DMs and stuff like that. That's where the thing, it's crossing the line, in my opinion. There's a line. You don't cross it. I can say what I want to say. Freedom of speech. Now, with a grain of salt when I say that, like, you're not just going to be out here just personally attacking these people. But anyways, guys, Lamstone Company, guys, they are located in Oney out of Alabama, guys. If you've ever dreamed of having beautiful natural stone in or around your home, check them out right here at the bottom. realrockstone.com. Got some beautiful product, guys. Let them know that we sent you. Get 10% off your first order right here at realrockstone.com, guys. Check them out, guys. And as we get into it, this is what I like here. Alabama's defense, unprepared, undisciplined. The emphasis on the undisciplined. I think that the preparation would fall on the coaches more than the players some here because they come up with the schemes, etc. And Kat, I'm gonna come back to that about Lawson's comment. I hadn't forgot about that. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna touch that in just a second. The unpreparedness falls on coaches. Undisciplined, that's going to fall on the players. Okay, so this is a two-way street here when I say this. Unprepared, coaches. Undisciplined, it can be the coaches, but the player is actually making the actions. So, James Smith, I'm going to loop back to this. Buddy gets tackled. It's 4th down. We're down by 7. We're about to get the ball back. Big play. Big turnaround. James Smith does the rock bottom people's elbow on Tommy. Okay? 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Guess what happens after that? They got momentum. They go score a touchdown. Yeah. 31-17 now. Suck the life out of us right then. Yeah. That's what I mean by undisciplined. Unprepared, now we can go where when we were running a 3-3-5 or some weird stuff, and they had like 7 guys on the line. Yeah. They're about to run the ball, and we have 3 hats versus 6 hats. Do the math. All right, especially when we're talking about they're averaging 4 yards a play almost. Why? Because they're busting our ass off the line. I mean, Justin Jefferson got knocked on his ass. Yeah, bro. Justin Jefferson got knocked on his ass by a little bitty ass wide receiver. Yeah, I'm calling it out. But y'all need to be putting hats on helmets, boy. Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, 5-6 years ago, you would not want to be at a Monday practice with Nick Saban right now. And I ain't just going to do the whole, that's Nick Saban thing. Dan Lannon would probably do it. Steve would do it. Anybody would do it. I don't know if DeBoer has that grit in him to do it. Alabama's defense was unprepared. We were undisciplined. Domo, break it down for us what you saw. I gave you a little quick little bite right there of what I saw, what I didn't like with James Smith. But give me yours, brother.
Listen, bro, for as long as I have been a Bama fan, okay, the running quarterbacks has always been our kryptonite, and I am so sick of that being our only downfall. Okay.
Yeah.
When I was watching this game, okay, I literally seen the same exact offense that Vanderbilt ran against us last season. That's literally 100%. All they did. And what did they do? They RPO'd you on 1st and 2nd down. If you stopped that on 3rd down, they gave you a trick play. That's it. If they didn't give you a trick play on 3rd down, it was going to be that jet sweep. Gus Malzahn ran the jet sweep at least 5 times, okay? Yeah. And it was a 1st down play.
They only practiced like 4 plays. So
they threw 4 plays at this Alabama defense the entire game, and it worked every single play. They rushed for 236 yards. Okay, 5 yards per carry. That is terrible. That's terrible. All the hype and all the talk that we've heard about this defense or this team as a whole, from the people that said they even watched this team practice, even Nick Saban said, "Hey, I went down there. It's a different culture, all that good stuff." I didn't see it. I didn't see it, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
Saban.
see
Maybe
it.
they put on the makeup for you when you came. I guess
Yes,
I don't
and
know,
if
bro.
and if maybe it's just me, but if you know for a fact that you're going into a game where you're facing a running quarterback, why not put a DB who you know can keep up in the box and say, "Listen, you're going to sit here and you're going to spy the entire game." That's what you're going to do.
Can I tell a goofy?
It. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's a goofy story, and then I'll put up these because I know you got to get back to JT.
And it's like, bro, like all this stuff is really fixable, bro. It's literally it. When we seen that game, bro, I seen the Vanderbilt offense from last season, and it worked yet again. That's really what I seen. So yeah,
Raj and I coached a soccer team one time, and I know it's not apples to apples, but it was funny. This team that kept beating us had this one really quick guy on the team. So I did soccer's equivalent of boxing one. We took our fastest dude on the team. He wasn't our best player, but we said, "Hey man, just follow that guy around for the whole game."
That's really, listen,
you know what I'm saying? It was just like
that's all you have to do.
That's what we did.
Stay on it.
If you know your linebackers are not fast enough to keep up, bro, put a DB in the box and say, "Hey, that's your guy the entire time. I don't care if he keeps it or hands it off. That's your guy the entire time." And stuff like this is so fixable. Okay, did Gus Malzahn draw it up? Yes, but did he draw up something that we couldn't stop? Yeah, no, he didn't. Like all this stuff is very fixable, bro, and it's just the same issues. Like the run game defense, it was a problem last season. It was a problem this game. You know, so came on, Matt, bro.
Well, that boy said in the comments we need to switch up the ice cream. Maybe it's the brand.
That's all I'm saying. Came on, Matt. Get it fixed, bro. Get it.
Well, speaking of which, I got 4 super chats to give you real quick.
All right, let's run them up, baby.
Get you doing this. So,
when the entire fan base is saying the same thing, there's a clear problem in the program. Agreed. I'll say this. We probably all want to agree that, like, oh, it's Ty, oh, it's this, it's that. But we collectively will agree this, that there is something big missing, and I'll say this that all Bama fans will agree on, emotion. There's just no emotion. It's flat as hell, okay? Whether you want to say it was quarterback, DeBoer, you want to say defense, you want to say players' names, you want to say coaches' names, schemes, whatever. Regardless, what we can all agree on collectively that it was flat line. I mean, after the first drive was like, give me that every time. 16 plays, freaking half the quarter. Oh, that sucks the life out of a team when you do that. Like that, Tommy didn't see the field until halfway through the first quarter. Yeah. And if we would have 3 and outed them like we should have. Oh man, the whole projected.
I forgot about that part. We were controlling the game.
We were, man. We were, and I said
we had the game locked, bro.
Like as a fan, bro. As a fan, I should not listen. I was in my house. I was pissed. Okay, as a fan, bro, I should not be showing more emotion than the people that are actually on the sideline. I should have.
People on my video.
That's why I quit a job. If I care more than you, then you don't need the job. Let me get these other out here real quick.
Yeah, let's see. The school should announce an opening trial for anyone who can tackle one. Yeah, if we can wrap up and you put, grab cloth, take it to the ground. Yeah, we might need you on scholarship right now. Man.
Which, by the way, it gets even worse when you get behind because then guys start trying to get the ball instead of get the player, and now you got guys getting drugged for 5 and 10 yards. That was
that looked so bad yesterday afternoon.
Got an Auburn
Coach
fan
got
in the chat.
Man, coming to practice. Players painting their nails, carrying stuffed animals before the game. Bama's too soft now. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that last part, but Jack, I can't even say that, man. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, I can't talk junk back to you, bro. I'm sorry, you got me. They need someone to get their ass every play. Yes, you are right, Braylon. You are right. Right there goes on to not and if DeBoer, you don't want to be the guy to do it, you need to hire a guy. Called the cuss out guy.
We thought Grubb was that guy, though. A lot of people thought Grubb was going to be that guy. Yeah. Well, can I also say something about the defensive part? Like, I get that maybe we're unprepared because it's a junk offense with a specific quarterback, right? Castellanos is never going to be an NFL quarterback, but he's going to do great at the college level because of this. Yeah. But there's other stuff like guys not being in position. We've heard this from players before, right? Why they don't mind playing on the road. Because when you're on defense, it's super quiet. You can hear every call, every check, every adjustment. There's no reason why the defense should be so far, off on certain plays. It's easy. Like you can I can yell from where I am in the stands and the player can probably hear me at that point. Yeah. There's just doesn't make any, if you're not making adjustments, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
And I have a question. Where was the pass rush?
All right, I was about to get on that. So
it's like they were doing a muddle rush to keep him in the pocket, but then he was still getting out. So I was like, you're not doing either one. So you're not putting pressure because when they drop back to actually pass, he had all day.
Yeah.
And then we went after him a couple of times. And it's like you said, we have no spies, so he broke free. It's just like we were caught somewhere in the middle of what strategy we were doing. We're just going to do the muddle rush and have the pocket around him? No, because he just broke straight up the middle half the time. So I don't get it.
And I'll say that's where, and so that's where I'm not saying when Tim Keenan, a great run stop. He can take up for 2 in that middle right there. So that we were missing that when he would step up in that pocket and would take off. Where Tim Keenan normally reach that big paw out and grabs them or hits them and knocks them off. But we didn't have that. So, and also, not only did we not have that, when we lost Jam and lost Tim, I'll say this too. We did lose experience. And what we needed in this game more than anything, in my opinion, was experience because we lacked a lot of it. Jeremy Bernard was our most experienced player out there at one point when he was playing. Think about it in this team. Especially at Bama. I mean, Ryan Williams, you can kind of throw him in that too. Those are our most experienced on offense. Caden Proctor right there, but he was getting burnt on the left. My God.
I know that's our last subject, but God, dog.
I didn't want to say it, but he didn't look good, bro. Caden Proctor did.
Yeah, we'll talk and we'll get on that O-line because that O-line, bro, was we talked about how that was our bread and butter. That was bread and butter. We were hanging our hat on that a lot. Didn't happen. Herb, do you want to button us up right here on the Alabama D? Or here, I'll do this real quick. The conference went 14-2. Yeah, I know. It was Texas and Bama. Only 2 that freaking lost, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this too.
That won't hurt.
When we look back at it, though, but in week 12, we look back in Florida State's top 5. How bad was this loss?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
If they get to the ACC,
how bad was the loss?
It's a total.
If they win the ACC undefeated,
yeah.
I don't care what nobody says. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think that they were just hyped. I mean, they were hyped to play us, but I don't think that's. I think they're actually a good team.
Yeah.
After I saw that yesterday, they're a good team, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Clemson and Miami. I'm gonna watch Miami after I get off here with Notre Dame, see what they're doing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't see anything. Now Clemson played LSU, great team, so you can look at that, measure and stick to that. But I didn't see anything from Clemson that tells me they're just gonna mollywop Florida State either, because Florida State, that quarterback's gonna be a problem for a lot of defenses this year. But we fall behind a little bit, guys. So I'm gonna get into our next topic real quick. Did Alabama's offensive line fail? We talked about the O-line being great. We talked about it being the best all off season. Domo, I ain't gonna pre-leave this up too much. How do you feel about the offensive line's performance?
Outside of that first drive, they didn't live up to the expectation. And people are forgetting that this was the same offensive line we seen last season, minus Tyler Booker, and they weren't that good last season. So, I mean, and I also feel as though, with Ty Simpson having to run around and keep plays alive, those guys will also get kind of burnt out as well. Caden Proctor, he didn't play well. Wilkin Formby, like I said, he's a project, okay? So I was hoping that whatever work he put in the offseason would come, we would see it, but that right side of the offensive line wasn't good at all either. And I question as to why we didn't see Jaden Roberts. That was a question.
I was screaming at the whole game.
That was a question I was asking the entire game. Like, where's Jaden Roberts? Like, if anything, like, he can be that alpha on the offensive line, and we didn't see a lick of him the entire game. So offensive line wise, we weren't good, bro. We got whooped up front. We did. So I would give them like a C, if that, honestly. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm about right there with you. The offensive line, not the greatest, had some good moments. Second half was a
Mhm.
little bit better, I'll
Yeah,
say.
definitely.
We were able to slow them down as well and get some
Mhm.
things going for us. But where it mattered, needed it the most,
Mhm. They were a no show.
Herb.
Yeah. No, just for as highly touted as they were, we saw the PFF grades, and I think we all were like, nah, you
Got
can't
hype
rank them
off
that
of it.
high. I think the play calling is maybe one area to let them down. There should have been way more runs on the next drives.
Yes.
Proctor is. I just think he's always going to be more of a run blocker than a pass blocker. He doesn't have the quick feet, and guys are just. Although we're seeing highlights of him get stood up, so that's neither here nor there. But it just feels like better balance would have helped. But overall, it was like either the drive was terrible or they held up great, and there was just like no in between. You know what I mean? So it's the one of the most inconsistent lines I think I've ever seen. There were times when Ty had all day, but you could tell he thought I probably don't have all day. Oh, yeah, I do have all day. And he wasn't ready for that level. And then there was times it just seemed like they fell apart. They didn't. There was no creativity in the run game either, though. So I think it was kind of like we're running these two spots all game, so that didn't help. But overall, it's a disappointment because of the hype of the line. I think is really what you get down to.
Definitely.
Justice Haynes, I saw that 159 yards. I saw that.
Yeah,
Tough as Nails is not a Bama person, right?
He had a day.
He is a Bama person.
Really? You can't tell by their comments. You cannot tell by their comments. I think they like when Bama does bad.
I think right now, Herb, there's a lot of people with some little sour taste in their mouth. And Chris Williams, you sitting here talking about Auburn, bro. Let me tell you something. Y'all played not a Pac-12, Big 12 team, basically Pac-12. Played a Big 12 team in Baylor, bro. That was horrible, and defense is god awful. Obviously, Florida State was 2-10 last year, but it's still Florida State and a blue blood school. Way different scales than Baylor.
And
we're
listen,
talking here, bud.
As much as Auburn fans
should have scored 38.
Yeah, as much as Auburn fans done compared their receiver room to Alabama's, y'all receiver room did not play well either, though. Honestly,
no, Jackson Arnold freaking did his best Jalen and Milroe impression of all time. So, as much as y'all hated Milroe,
yes, but at the same time, Auburn did kind of get exposed offensively. So
now, what's going to be funny is if Ty does end up being the starter for the rest of the season, we turn things around and we get to that Iron Bowl, and both of them are the starting quarterbacks. Battle of White Lightnings, baby. And I think that's going to be the very, very fun one to watch because similar offenses Auburn and Bama is going to run this year. I can tell. You can kind of tell it. I feel like they're going to be a little similar here.
I agree.
And it's going to be fun to see how it goes. But they're going to be a little similar because the quarterback play is almost Ty isn't a runner as much as Jackson Arnold. He ran a little bit more. But Ty could, if the game script was called that. He ran more than I thought he would in this game, but he did what I also banked on that I'm going to stick on, and a lot of us said it too. I said he'll throw under 5.5 interceptions all year. Yeah. And if there was a time for him to throw a pick, I feel like it would have came in this game right here, being down, throwing the ball 43 times. And if you would have told me Ty threw the ball 43 times, I would have said, we probably lost.
Yeah.
I would have told you that just from looking at it. No hate on Ty.
Yeah.
It's not a hate.
No, I don't think that's our recipe for success at all, especially not in the first game. No.
Yeah.
Now, if you told me Bryce Young threw for that, making sense. I want to allude back to that real quick. That last year with Bryce Young in 2022, if it wasn't, we didn't have Bryce Young, Saban would have had 4 or 5 losses that year, FYI. I want y'all to know how much the quarterback does mean sometimes to these teams. That's why a lot of people are pointing the finger at Ty, and a lot of people are going at it because if you got a superhero back there, he can say things that problems you don't even know exist. You don't even understand that could be a problem until you pull them out. I've always heard you don't understand the value of a man until you remove him from the situation. Then you will learn the value of that man and what he brought to whatever. Remove Nick Saban from Alabama. We see the value that he brought. Remove certain players from certain situations. You see the value that they bring, and why they are what they are. So
we had a Georgia guy on our podcast, and he mentioned that he thought Georgia was a 9-3 team that'll go 10-2, and that extra game is because of Kirby Smart. And I feel like sometimes when you're
I
watching this
can
Bama
agree.
team, that's where you think that, you'd be 9-3, but Nick would get them to 10-2, and that he is definitely worth that extra game.
I don't see right now, and I hope this change. God, I hope it change. I don't see it where I can say, yeah, we're going to get a game because of Kalen DeBoer and coaching. We'll get one off rip because of them, We'll win one of the LSUs, Auburns, or the Oklahomas because of coaching. One of those three will be – I couldn't say that right now. I can't say it right now. Hopefully this changes. Obviously, just because we go beat the crap out of Louisiana Monroe, fingers crossed, if we, whatever happens there, that don't fix what happened last week, though, because we should beat Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah.
We should be doing these things.
And
we don't need to celebrate things that we should be doing already.
Definitely.
If somebody, if the whole point is like, I'm going to give you a raise because you come into work every single day. That's what you should be doing. Now you're rewarding like mediocre. You set the bar, you brought the bar down. So if the backup linemen are hungry and have them compete for a starting job week in and week out, no one is safe in this. Hey, agreed, brother. And that goes for every position. Every position right now. Hey, dog, it's an open door, cuz. Running backs were decent. I can't complain about the running backs too much. Richard Young, Daniel Hill, and Kevin Riley, in my opinion, all ran great. The game script got away from them, and that changed a lot. Ty throwing the ball 40-some times. Now the game's in Ty's hand, and obviously I think we panicked a little too much there. And we could have took about 5 to 10 of those carries and turned them into runs. And maybe made some play action pass a little bit better.
One thing I said is that one thing I keep saying is that I feel like once Ryan Grubb seen how fast and how quick Florida State was scoring, he kind of thought to himself like, okay, this is going to turn into a track meet. Okay, let me just do what I can do.
He got ahead of himself.
Yeah, he did, and it backfired. It backfired
which is the opposite effect, though. If you see the other team running up on you, you run the ball and you slow the game down. That's what I don't understand.
We had 87 rushing yards, bro. We had 87 rushing yards, bro, and half of that came in the first quarter.
So hey, I'll pull up. There's a fun stat. So Domo, you actually said it. The rushing the 87. So we had that first drive.
Was it 49?
Really, we did very well. After that first drive, we ended up with 87 combined rushing yards for the rest of the. I take that drive away, and that's what we had, which is beyond wild. And I know you got to count in when they do rushing yards. They're a little different in college because if you get a sack, it takes away from rushing yards, which is like different than the NFL. So like college does things a little different when you look at the box score. But to kind of put this here, how does Alabama bounce back right here in our last topic of the night? How does Bama bounce back? Domo, give me a 30-second run because we can say a lot of things. We can say a lot of things how they bounce back.
Yeah. Give
me a 30-second run, 2 bullet points. Why you think they should bounce back? Go.
Well, one is going to start with the head man, Kalen DeBoer. You need to start actually involving yourself in the game and not just looking like a deer in the headlights. Okay, both OCs need to do a better job at game planning. Okay, especially Kane Womack. Okay, just keep practicing, keep getting better week by week, keep working, man. And hey, I think we'll get better. So yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I think the problem is you're not going to know until Georgia if we're improving. Oh. We're expected to beat Louisiana Monroe. We're expected to beat Wisconsin because it's home, and then we got to bye. So unfortunately for this, it's going to be window dressing for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. You're really not going to know what team you have until Georgia. I hate to say that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. You get a little more super chat. You peel back like 10% and peel back like 10% on those games and kind of see a little bit of the hood. Wisconsin will be more than this week, but you are right though, Herb. I was screaming on the TV like the lady in the blind side running the dang ball. Hey, I know y'all seen the video, Nick. I was. There's some scenes
we were confused.
Cut out. I was screaming too. I was screaming really and truly. What got my blood pressure? Like I was good. Having a good time watching the game. Blood pressure went up on the first third down when the flag came out after he punched the ball out. Yeah. Keep in mind, it was after he done punched the ball out, and now it's 4th down. Now there's a flag. Right. Yeah, that's when I said, oh, shit, home cooking's what we got, baby. And then all of a sudden, the ref that said it was down on the 1, the same ref that's calling the ball down on the 1, 2 seconds later says, "Oh wait, never mind. No, it's a touchback now. It's a touchback."
Oh, no. Can I say we could see that was a touchback from where we were though.
It
we
was a
touchback,
which could have changed the game because of 1, field position. Bama would have put pressure and pinned their ears back and would have got Tommy and got a safety. That would have changed the game.
No. But I'm saying it was a touchback, and I could see that from the stands because we were actually right down that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you could see that one clear as day. So when the first guy was confused.
The problem with the ref, though, so that's the problem with the ref. Then you got to. I can't trust you fully because the first call you make is down on the 1, and then now you're calling. Yeah. You're calling it.
I don't know why he did that because I turned to Raj and I was like, "Nah, I could see it." Because we were actually, our seats were right down that end zone. So I was like, no, it's a touchback.
Oh, y'all were behind the end zone?
We were, where right down the goal line, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like if you were crossing the plane, I could see straight down that way on that end zone. That play. So when I saw that, I was like, nah, it's a touchback.
Yeah.
So bouncing back, man. No, you're good. The bouncing back thing, man, I think Bama can bounce back. I think we are going to need coaches bought in. What I mean by coaches bought in, like you need some energy. Also, Ryan Grubb, get your ass down from that damn skybox and get on the field. Boy. Get your ass on the field. Dude. The hell, put Nick Sheridan's ass up there and tell you what he's seeing. Put a little earpiece in and talk to him. Get your ass on the field, man. That right there is killing me. No emotion is killing me, bro. It's killing me. So emotion. I don't even care if the next game DeBoer slaps a ref. All right, hey, cool. Hey, bro, we'll come bond you out, bro.
Hey,
Hey, show me something, bro.
Like, I need something, dog. Grab a ref by the throat or something, bro.
Like break a head.
Water bottle on somebody's
face. Bro.
We would be cheering. Everybody would be cheering,
bro. In that Iron Bowl last year, when the ref did that junk, and DeBoer did show emotion in that Iron Bowl last year. I remember that one. And the ref got right there. I was in TV's face telling DeBoer to punch the ref in the face just one time, and the whole stadium would have went up. If he would have punched that ref in Brian, that whole stadium would have just just like Super Saiyan 3.
Break a headset, a clipboard, bro. Do something, bro. I need to see something, bro. Something.
Bro, if he breaks a headset this year, I'm gonna just teleport to the stadium instantly and be like, "Thank you." Thank you. Here's another one.
I need the headset broken and a player pulled at the same time. That's what I
need. Saban would have had half a dozen. Sit your ass down. No, what he
sit over there. We're good.
Have a pull-out chair, bro. And when you do it, pull that chair out. Sit your ass down right here, like right next to me. Sit your ass down. So that right there, some emotion. Got to see some emotion. He wore a polo. I didn't really care about the whole polo T-shirt thing like all the fans did.
Look, if you want to coach naked and yell at everybody, then I don't care. It really don't. Man,
dude, you could be in a Speedo, Alabama Speedo out there, bro. If you cuss everybody out or yelling at people with emotion, I'm cool. We good.
I just want to win, bro. Show some emotion.
I know. So, hey, we got a lot of questions, so we're going to rapid fire these questions real quick. I'm going to hit one. Damo's hit one. Herb's going to hit one. We're going to spend a solid like 10 to 15 seconds on them. Give me an answer that we got because we got a lot of them. Do we talk about our secondary on defense, jogging after guys? What are we doing? Cat, I spoke about that earlier. Bray Hubbard, Sapp, we need better effort. And not only just them two, there was other guys as well. But those are the main one on that touchdown play that just kind of could have closed the gap right there. You had Bray that would have come and could have got him. Who knows if that could have led to a field goal, which could have turned into a whole different ball game. Or we could have got a turnover the next play. A lot of what ifs can happen in that. So, Cat, yes, we have addressed that. And yes, there needs to be some effort on that field, baby.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Do you all think it's time to change that defense? We played soft on both sides of the ball. Bro, I think we just need to get tougher. We got pushed around, bro.
Yes.
Agreed.
That's what it was. We got pushed around. Florida State got whatever they wanted, however they wanted, whatever they wanted. Okay, we lack discipline, lack physicality, and those were the two main things that we touched on going into this game. So, was the defense? What was it? Was it trash? Yes. Because it used some fixing. Yes, but discipline and physicality is what we lacked on both sides of the ball.
Well, we got some Auburn folks come out the woodworks. Y'all have been dead the past like 7 years. I have not seen an Auburn fan. Where are y'all at right now? What are y'all doing? Y'all have social media?
Y'all ain't beat us. Y'all ain't beat us in 5 years. I ain't going back and forth with
y'all have social media? Like, I heard hit this one.
Yeah, I put this one up because I lost there was actually a question somebody asked about Lawson. People who have looked at like the all 22s say he's not running fat, like he looks like he's banged up. So do I have an official thing on it? No. But talking to people who know, everybody agrees that he does not look like he's 100% healthy.
Yeah.
No.
So when we talk about 100% healthy or confused, because I mean, towards ACL last year, by now you are healthy. Unless you've done something, or are we confused?
Right.
Now, also he stated I think I know what comment you're talking about. I saw it. He stated about what he said in the press conference after about some people not doing their job. Did not mention names, but that can fall back on where Lawson could look like the one at fault if other guys aren't doing their job. So imagine if you're the DB and you're supposed to have somebody over the top.
Yeah.
You think that, so now you're reading the quarterback right here, and you know you got your guy right here, but you got somebody over the top of you too, so you're able to fill it out. But then say that guy over the top thinks the play is for him to blitz, and now he's down here blitzing. You got nobody over the top, and he's just down the field. That's where I think Lawson was talking about, like, hey, like I'm actually taking the blunt of this, but really and truly there was some guys not doing their job. That's where, interesting. Herb.
No, this is you. This is you.
Why we need to throw the ball if we can run it. So we talked about this. Jack got out of whack on us. Going down 14-7, and then it goes 17-7, and then 24-10. Just a little bit. The game script. Ryan Grubb's first game at Bama too. We got to understand that too. New offense coordinator for us. Obviously, things went well for Florida State and their new OC.
Wait,
but
is that the Auburn fan?
No, the Auburn fan's Chris Williams.
Okay.
There was another one too.
Okay.
No, you go. We can run the ball. The ball. I think the game script got out of the way. And it shouldn't have, though. I talked about 5 to 10 of those pass attempts should have been rushing attempts.
It should not have.
Whether it was Ty or Richard or Daniel, Kevin Riley had the biggest juice out of all of them.
Yeah. He did.
He had a spark. It was sparky watching him play. Now, Young and Hill ran great, and there were some hunters. You could tell. The line wasn't creating the best holes for them as well. So that'll be interesting to see. Domo, hit the next one for us, brother.
How can Womack not stop the run when you know it's coming? Bro,
because we on 3 down linemen. That's why.
three down. You playing 3 on 5 on plays where you know they're about to run the ball. So like I said, man, Kane Womack has a lot of fixing to do. Okay, because there is no way, bro, that the run defense was a pain last season, and it looked like it's going to be a pain this season as well. Like I said, man, they ran for 236. Yes, Tim Keenan did not play, but you have enough dogs on that defensive line to get the job done. So that was just inexcusable, man. 236 and 5 yards per pop. There's no excuse for that at all.
At all. I think whatever you lose, he's gonna be on the hot seat. Like whoever followed Saban was getting fired in 2 years. So it looks like you're on that trajectory. Because Florida State's a blue blood, but it's their terrible year last year. The point spread that made this one look worse than it is. If Florida State wins the ACC and Alabama actually still makes the playoffs, then everybody's gonna forget all about this. But I think he's gonna be on the hot seat no matter what happened. And, any loss to whatever team is gonna put him on the hot seat. People just expect way more. And let's be honest, we kind of hyped ourselves up this offseason too. So
hey, y'all know y'all got seat heaters in your car?
Yeah.
You know when you press the button, it ain't hot right then, right?
Yeah.
When we lost Florida State, that button got pressed.
Yeah.
All right, now
if he loses 2 more games,
be pressed off.
Yeah.
Be turned off.
The problem is,
I'll tell you, this season right here, at the end of this year, let us have 4 losses on the regular season.
Yeah, bro.
I'd almost guarantee.
But you lose so much if you get rid of him, though. That huge buyout and that recruiting class. Like, people are not thinking about all that.
I know the recruiting class. I have thought about it. And then also, you hadn't thought about coordinators. Some people don't think that deep either.
Also, speaking of the recruiting class, you also have to think about how they feel. seeing Bama go out there and get
And
get
suck.
drugged like that. Yeah, like you also have
And
to
then
think
seeing
about
all the
Bama.
fans on social media, guess what? All those recruits, guess their age, 17 and 18.
Yeah.
What do 7 and 18-year-olds have? Social media. What are they on
Yeah.
all the time? Social media.
Mhm.
What did they see all the Bama fans talk about?
Mhm.
Kalen DeBoer sucking and this whole program just right now. So that's not good either. I'll say that. So
Yeah.
Got to be some turnaround here, and stuff. And shout out to, I cannot pronounce that name. I'm gonna mess it up.
Shahid Aziz.
Shahid Aziz.
Good
what's
job.
up?
Yeah.
But I will mispronounce that one. I'm not even gonna try. Thank you for subscribing and becoming a member here at the Bama Standard. That's gonna wrap up our show tonight, guys.
Yes, sir.
Great show. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for stopping by too. Before we go though, Domo, let the people know what you got going on and where they can find you at, brother.
Man, y'all know y'all can find me on TikTok. Listen, win, lose, or
Always great
draw.
stuff.
I'm win, lose, or draw. I'm still gonna do my talking, man, and it's always gonna be Roll Tide. Okay. You follow me at Domo Reacts. That's DOMO_reacts, man. I got some great content coming for y'all, and so much more stuff as well. You can also find me here Sunday night with these great fellas, JB as well. On the panel with some of the best Alabama football voices, as I always say, man. So, yeah, bro, it's hey, bro, we in for a long season.
It's up, baby.
Buckle up and get ready for it, man. Come on.
Herb, where can the people find you at, brother?
Herb and Raj podcast, and I'm gonna use my last minute to tell this. My best memory from this weekend, because it didn't start off great. Fender bender on the way to the stadium, which I should have known. I should have turned around, went home, and known it was gonna be bad. Got rained on middle of the game. It was like a prophecy too. That rain came down and basically shut the whole end of the first half. That was terrible. My best memory from this weekend, getting to hang out with my brother all weekend. He lives in Dallas. I live in Birmingham. We don't always get to see each other. He's got twins at home. Him coming there, us hanging out for the weekend, us even doing a lot of podcast content and just hanging out made the experience worth it. So Raj, I know he had to take care of some family members. That's why he couldn't watch tonight. He got roped into that as soon as he got home. But Raj, I appreciate you. I love you, man. I had a great weekend despite what happened. Roll Tide.
And Herb and Raj, man, you guys was keeping us up. Raj had the Darnell video on TikTok. If you guys aren't following Herb and Raj on TikTok, make sure you head over to TikTok and follow Herb and Raj podcast. You guys are hilarious, and he has started this Darnell video that is pretty funny. And
get in those comments and spam Darnell.
Darnell. Get in those comments and spam Darnell.
If y'all see the time he actually thinks about him,
Oh yeah.
Now, hey, is Darnell a real person or just is Darnell the made up name of a real person? You see what I'm saying?
You know what?
No.
I want to add
Can't
this
go behind the
in
scenes,
there,
baby. Can't give the behind the
scenes. If y'all seen the way Herb packed for a one-day trip. Hey, listen, Herb had about 10 shirts, 10 hats, 7 pair of shorts.
The whole picture, bro, in the group chat was about 17 hats, had enough hats for all of us to wear and change into. I thought he was going to be going for the whole season on a Bama tour bus. The way he had
my
so
wife
many
legit said that to me. She said, "Were you not planning on coming back?"
Yeah, so Mia's like that too. My wife is like that too. She'll pack like that too. So it is what it is. Guys, before we go any further, guys, make sure you check me out on TikTok. JT, the Bama fan, guys, got some viral videos going on right now. One of our videos at 250,000 for my reaction of the game. If you want to see my reaction of the game, go on TikTok right now. Follow JT, the Bama fan. And if you're a Bama fan, go leave me some good comments because there's a lot of FSU comments in those comments that are tearing me up right now. Y'all go leave me some good Roll Tides or something, bro. And we're back on Sunday nights. We're here, 24-hour recap, guys. So if you want to know how you feel after the emotions have settled and now we need to figure out what's what. Because last night, obviously, everybody was kind of upset. You can talk about what you talk about, but sleep on it, wake up, look at some film, give us some time. Come join us every Sunday night right here. Sunday night Talk'n Bama. And next Sunday, guys, we got JB back with us.
Yes,
JB's back with us, guys. Also, working out a few things right now. Working with a couple former players. We're going to try to have them on throughout the season. I'm going to have a couple guys from the Raw Room podcast come over as well. And we're going to have us a good season this year, guys. Also, Going Hard in the Paint's going to start up in October. early October, I got to get with my man Herb, Domo, and we're going to talk with Daniel Petty, and we will probably be the Going Hard in the Paint staff for you guys on Thursday nights. That'll be a 30-minute show, though, guys, not a whole hour. We'll do a 30-minute kind of fill things out, bounce around, talk Bama hoops, guys. If you're not keeping up with Bama hoops, we got a great season in store this year for Bama, too. So check it out, guys. We're going to end it off tonight.
Three super chats real quick. Let me roll them up real quick. Sorry.
Hit 'em.
You got that one?
Jake. Hey, Jake, look, GG, brother. GG.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, that's
Y'all
how you
got
get
it,
GG.
man.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Y'all be
You know what?
fine.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
All your goals are still in front of you. You know,
Yeah.
you just got to your margin fair is
Daniel,
gone.
listen,
Yeah.
that's the nicest thing an Auburn fan has probably said in a while.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we'll let bygones be bygones, okay? And we're not
For
going to
1
throw no
week.
shade. We appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you. Don, let's keep it 100. DeBoer seat got warm after Vandy now is flaming us old school Bama fans. No better. All right, so Don, I wouldn't say that it got all right. Yes, it did get. I'm not gonna say it didn't get like warmer or
It
like
did.
an eyebrow raise type situation. Yes, losing the first game of the season that hadn't happened since 2001. There's some Bama fans that hadn't even been born and seen that yet. Okay, up until 2021. There wasn't an iPhone in history to send a text stating that Tennessee beat Alabama up until a couple years ago. That's the first iOS text that ever went out that Tennessee beat Bama. So there's some things, guys, we got to get used to. But I'll say this, too. No matter what way it goes, I'm rolling with the Tide, baby.
Yes,
It is
sir.
nothing but the Tide. And, hey,
Every
what Malachi
single
said,
time.
if they ain't wearing crimson,
Y'all know the rest. Y'all know the rest. Y'all know the rest, man.
baby.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Roll
for tonight,
Tide,
guys.
everybody.
Y'all have a good
Yes,
night.
sir.
Roll Tide. See you guys on the flip. We got Monroe coming up. We about to stomp a mud hole in your ass.